Hello everyone, this is Sharun here from 24/7 Techie, and on very popular demand we are bringing you the Redmi Note 3 Pro or the Snapdragon Variant review. So in this video we will be reviewing it. Actually I did get a hands-on about 2 to 3 weeks ago, and I was not able to spend as much time as I wanted to. So what I did was capture another explorer and borrowed the phone from him for about a couple of days, and I've been testing this phone for about 2 days now, and I will be giving you a full in-depth review of this phone. So first of all, to start off, we'll get rid of the specs of the phone. So now when we talk about the specs of the phone, we can see that the phone is a 5.5-inch Full HD screen. It is powered by an hexa-core Snapdragon 650 processor backed up by 3 gigs of RAM. Internal storage is 32 gigs, which can be expanded through microSD card. It is running on MIUI 7 based on Android 5.1.1. It is having a hybrid SIM card slot for the second SIM card slot, and a 4000 mAh battery. In the camera point of view, it has a 16 megapixel rear camera with dual LED flash and a 5 megapixel front camera. And when we talk about the physical overview of the phone, at the right of the phone we have all the 3 buttons, the typical Xiaomi style, so the volume rockers and the power button. At the top of the phone we have the IR blaster with the 3.5mm headphone jack and the secondary noise cancelling microphone. At the left of the phone we just have a SIM tray, which is a dual SIM card slot, and the second SIM card slot is actually the hybrid SIM card slot, where we can even put a microSD card. At the bottom of the phone we have the micro USB port with the primary microphone. As you can see, the back of the phone, it is a unibody metal design in which the top and the bottom is made up of plastic so that all the antennas can pass, and 90% of the back or the body of the phone is metallic. And as we can see at the back, it is having a 16 megapixel camera with dual LED flash and a fingerprint sensor, and the metallic back, the Xiaomi Mi branding, and the loudspeaker. So at the front of the phone we have a 5.5-inch Full HD screen, a 5 megapixel front camera, the earpiece grill, and at the bottom we have the 3 capacitive keys which are backlit but only white color, not red in color, so not the typical Redmi style. So as we can see, it is we are actually here in bright sunlight, and the display is quite visible, so the display quality of the phone is quite good. And if we talk about the UI of the phone, in the about phone we can see that it's running on MIUI 7 global beta right now, but most probably when you get your device it will be running on global stable, and it is running on Android 5.1.1 Snapdragon 650 hexa-core processor clocked at 1.8 GHz, 3 gigs of RAM, 32 gigs of internal storage, out of which about 25 to 24 gigs will be available out of the box. And you can even add a microSD card slot in the second SIM card slot. In the Enter 2, it has scored a nice 74,000 plus score, so that also shows that the chipset is quite powerful. And in the UI point of view, it is running on Xiaomi's typical MIUI. So as we can see, it is highly customizable. The theme engine is there, and it works very nicely. A lot of options, a lot of ways to move the apps from here and there. One of the best ways to say. And a very highly customizable ROM, a very highly customizable UI, and a personal favorite for me as well. As we can see in this, we see the camera UI of the phone, and this is the typical Xiaomi camera UI in which manual mode is also supported, but the manual mode is just bare-bone. So the moment you click it, we only have a couple of options which are just sort of useless. But the camera review is in a separate video, so do check the dedicated video out. So now if we talk about the camera of the phone, I've already made a dedicated video regarding the camera and the gaming review of this phone. You can surely check it out, but if I have to sum it up, for a 14,000 rupees device, or if it's launched under 14,000 rupees, because we are actually making this video before the launch event and we don't know the official pricing, but I have a couple of sources telling me that it will be priced about 14,000 rupees. So we will be considering this as 14,000 rupees phone and reviewing it. If it's lower than that, then it's very good device. If it's over 14,000 rupees, then it's not justified. So you can just judge it by yourself. So for 14,000 rupees phone, the camera and the gaming performance of the phone was very good. The camera is good and a decent. For in-depth camera comparison, check out the dedicated video. And the gaming performance was flawless. No heating issues, no frame drops on high graphics settings. So thumbs up from us. So now if we talk about the battery life of the phone, so battery life of the phone was amazing. It is a stellar battery life, which is a power efficient processor which optimizes the battery very nicely. I got about 7 hours of screen on time. You can just imagine what screen on time you will be getting. I have a usage of a lot of Twitter notifications, a lot of comments from you guys, so replying to you, a lot of WhatsApp from my friends and colleagues, and a lot of social networking, a lot of YouTube videos. No gaming, so you can consider that as well, because I don't really do gaming. So the battery life on the phone was amazing. If you are a medium user, you can easily go 2 days. If you are a heavy user like me, 1.5 day, and you will still be left with 20% of battery. So thumbs up in that as well. So now if we talk about the in-hand feel of the phone, so it's a 5.5 inch screen phone. It has a 5.5 inch full HD screen. And if we talk about the in-hand feel of this phone, it is a very good phone. It is having a thickness of 8.7 mm, but the in-hand feel of this phone is pretty good, and the fingerprint sensor at the back also works pretty nicely. I tested this fingerprint sensor a couple of weeks ago when I made my first video, and the fingerprint sensor wasn't really up to the mark, but they have got about 7 to 8 software updates in that time frame, and the fingerprint sensor is actually working quite nicely. But the fingerprint sensor cannot be used for any other functionality. It can only be used for one use, that is the unlocking the phone, but it is doing that work pretty nicely. So when we talk about the in-hand feel of the phone, we also need to consider the 162 grams weight of this phone. That is quite decent for a 4000 mAh battery. So the biggest strong point for this phone is the 4000 mAh battery. I will keep on repeating it because it's a very strong point. And if we talk about the cases and the development and the aftermarket development of this phone, so aftermarket development for this phone won't be possible, because first of all, this is the first phone with Snapdragon 650. Second of all, Xiaomi will not be releasing the kernel sources of this phone anytime soon. Third of all, Xiaomi has locked the bootloader on this phone, so that is also a very difficult task now. And fourth of all, the limited availability of this phone. So this phone will be only available in India for the starting. It is not even available in China yet. So the limited availability of this phone is also a very big cause that the aftermarket development will not be possible for this phone in the near future. If you are buying this phone, you will be stuck with MIUI in the near future for about 7 to 8 months for sure. Yeah, hopefully changes before that. And if you talk about the cases, it is a Xiaomi phone. It is a good Xiaomi phone after a long time. So you will definitely get the cases, and Xiaomi is actually a big brand in India now after establishing it in like a couple of years or so. So now it's a good enough brand, and the moment they officially launched the device, so they've actually announced the device a couple of months ago, so they've not officially launched it, and pricing and availability and everything. They will be telling it on the 3rd of March. If you're seeing it before that, we have brought you this video. If you're seeing it after that, ignore the previous part please. Cases will be easily available just after the availability of this device. If we talk about the tempered glass for this phone, you can easily put in a 1+1 tempered glass. I did apply it. It was working perfectly fine, and the cutouts were also very good. So you can apply a 1+1 tempered glass in the starting point of view, but later on it will be easily available for the Redmi Note 3. It is actually right now available on Amazon, but for a very high price. And in my final thoughts, this phone is a great device. We can actually justify 14,000 rupees price tag for this phone, and we can justify it with dual 4G compatibility. The second SIM card slot can be used as a micro SD card slot up to 128 gigs. Very good build quality, a good fingerprint sensor, amazing battery life, Snapdragon 650 performing really very well, no heating issues, no frame drops, great camera performance as well. For 14,000 rupees, compare it with 14,000 rupees, not with a 25,000 flagship or a 40,000 rupees flagship. Do remember. If you ask me the final question, would I buy it for under 15,000 rupees? Definitely. Xiaomi has done very good job on this. Qualcomm has done a very good job on the Snapdragon 650. No heating issues, great performance, great battery optimization. So I will definitely go for this device if I need to buy a phone under 14,000 rupees. You should definitely go for this device if this is launched for 14,000 rupees. If it's launched for lower than 14,000, it's a steal. If it's launched over 14,000 rupees, I will be making another video. That will be a disappointing video. So I'm finishing up my video like this because the battery on my camera has just died. So you can also check out the video performance of the phone. It is the front camera, 5 megapixel, record videos up to full HD, and it is a killer device. Guys, do appreciate our hard work. I have provided you a review of a phone that is not yet available in the market, has actually not been officially launched in the market. So do like this video, do share this video, and definitely subscribe to our channel. It helps us, and you will also not miss any of our content. And I'm also not going anywhere else till the time you don't hit the subscribe button. I'm over here standing like this. Come on, please hit it. It takes only a couple of seconds to hit it. and it takes us about 2 days to make a video. Hit the subscribe button, guys. I will be back soon, and I really hope to see you in my next video. Till then, see ya.